Hey everybody, Tom here with Suburban Ghost Society. I'm here to talk to you today about the Will County Poor Farm. From what you've seen from the intro, that large building that we kind of passed by, that is the original building from the Poor Farm. I think it dates back to 1851. And it ran all the way through. That place stayed open till like 1955, I believe. It's got a lot of crazy history. Anything from the elderly, children, black, white, immigrants, Civil War soldiers, women, you name it, they were there. There's a lot of documentation around the mentally ill. And it appears that the building that you saw was built specifically for that, for the mentally ill. And they tried to separate them out because I'm sure they had some problems with, them interacting with, regular people, sane people. So people getting hurt and that kind of thing. So yeah, and it appears they were locked in cages. They locked these people down and kept them out of harm's way from themselves and others. So it was a crazy thing. But the documentation. Where did I get my documentation from? I'm a researcher myself. I love to do research on Ancestry and all the websites and the internet in general. But I found a book by a lady named Gina Wasaki. And if I'm messing up your name, Gina, I apologize. But this lady did some fantastic work researching this place. I was able to purchase her book. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. And I purchased it and read the book, and the amount of detail behind her research was unbelievable. And I know for a fact it was a lot of work. So Gina, I very much appreciate your information. If any of you are curious about the history of Joliet in general or the Poor Farm, read Gina's book, check it out on Amazon, and you won't be sorry. It's very, very interesting. It's a little dark. There's some issues along the road with the way everyone was treated in there, but that's just the way it is. That's history. Good or bad, it's history. So yeah, check out Gina's book, and again, thank you, Gina. What I'm here to specifically talk to you guys about is the cemetery that's located in the back of the grounds. And it's located directly behind that main building, roughly 150 yards from the barbed wire fence in the back. So if you look at this map right here, it shows you at the top center, it'll show you where the original building is on McDowell Street, and you'll see on the bottom of the map a little arrow showing you where the cemetery is. And it's a little small wooded area that is surrounded by soccer fields. Yes, of all things, soccer fields. So I'm sure all these kids are coming there, and parents too are coming there, and they're playing soccer, and they have no idea that the cemetery is there. I'm sure a lot of them don't. But if you get a chance, if you're ever in the Joliet area or you want to make a little field trip and check it out, it's very easy to see. You could pull it up on Google Maps. It'll take you right to the parking lot that's shown on this map. So a lot of people that ended up in this poor farm, they came there for all different reasons. They were sick, they had fever, they had sore eyes, they had sore legs and hands, they had cholera, they had smallpox, I'm sure they had TB, all different reasons they ended up here. But some of the ones that I found pretty funny were stupid, idiot. This was documented. From what I understand from Gina's book, women were sent there as young girls because they weren't obedient to their parents. parents would kick them out like they were nuts. They weren't listening anymore, kind of thing, and booted them. And you know, back in the day, you think about the 1850s, you know, women were raised to, you know, honor their husband or their father and not talk back and do whatever they say and that kind of thing. So, you know, as things evolved, women, you know, had a voice. They wanted to be heard. So I could see that playing a role in some of these women getting booted. My favorite one is menopause. Yes, it's documented that women were sent to the poor farm for menopause. So yeah, she was probably moody, and the husband's like, man, something ain't right with her. She's different. I think she's nuts. So yeah, he sent her to the poor farm, ended up on the poor farm. And unfortunately, a lot of people passed away at the poor farm. And it's documented that there are 49 markers in this cemetery that we're talking about today. And there's documented over 400 deaths at the poor farm. So we're talking, you know, 351 people unaccounted for. That's quite a bit. So you can see from the map that I showed you earlier, you're going to see some video later on that will kind of show you the grounds and what it looks like around the cemetery and give you an idea of the land that's there and where are these people at. They have to be somewhere, right? To paint a better picture of what we experienced when we went there, I need to show you pictures from our prior visit. That was roughly about 2 years ago. So check these out. So yeah, nice and clean. You could see all the stones. You could see all the markers. You could see all the numbers on top of them. You could see that, you know, many people contributed to cleaning this place up. There was fresh visqueen down on the ground. There's mulch down. There's two nice park benches in there to sit and just, you know, kind of collect your thoughts and observe the cemetery. And everything cleaned out around it, so you can see the stones from any part, any direction. But now I need to show you what we experienced when we went there. So check this out. Big difference, right? So yeah, nature has taken it back. It's pretty overgrown. It looks like nobody's been out there in quite a while to clean it up. Now, when I first went there a couple years ago, I did see on a Facebook page that they were trying to get volunteers to come and help clean up. And at that time, I remember sending a message over to them, responding on their Facebook page that I'd be more than happy to do so, but I didn't get any response. So what I did this time was I reached out to Gina, the one that wrote that book, and she told me to check the willcountypoorfarm Facebook page. So check that out if you want to get involved and help clean up, or just keep track of how it's going out there and the feedback and that kind of thing. Because I'm not going to let it go. I'm going to get our team involved in going out there and help clean up. So I've already reached out to a few people and got some responses. So we're going to try to make that happen in the fall where it's nice and cool, so we're not killing ourselves out there. But yeah, so I'm going to come back with another video showing you that transformation. We did see documentation dating all the way back to the 70s, Boy Scouts groups that have went in and cleaned this place up over the years. So it just seems like the routine. Every few years, someone like myself or the person that manages that Facebook page, someone like them keep getting involved. Good-hearted people keep getting involved, getting out there, putting in some work and cleaning the place up. So to all you guys watching this that have participated in that or in other projects around the country, I very much appreciate your efforts. And I'm sure the next person that comes in there to view it, they're going to appreciate it too. So thank you. So now I'd like to show you a few pictures that Angie took that turned out really cool. So check these out.
She's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take it into her side. La 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 la.
And I'm back. So we did do some investigating while we were there. We set up Mel and the K2 and moved them around to different areas, try to establish some communication, by asking questions and, that kind of thing. We didn't get any responses on any of the devices. And all the audio that we ran 2 different recorders. We did get a few EVPs or a few odd or unexplained noises. Let me know you're here. Is that you making that bird chirp? How many people are here? Do you want us to leave? So we did hear some things, but really not sure what they were. But you know, you're in an open environment. It's out in the woods. There was a little wind going on out there too. So, and then you have the main expressway, you know, not too far from there also. So you pick up a lot of traffic noise from trucks and stuff like that. But the place was, you know, it's always fun to go there and visit. Definitely would like to follow up this video with another video showing you that transformation and how good it looks once everything's all cleaned up. You know, I love going to cemeteries. You know, I've caught a lot of great EVPs and a lot of interesting photos and things during our investigations, and I really enjoy going out there. And you know, these people appear to be forgotten. You know, they're in the middle of a small little secluded, tucked away, you know, woods, and you know, nobody goes there and cleans off the stones. And you know, you think about what I was saying before. You know, there's 351 people unaccounted for. So 400, let's just round it to 400. 400 people that nobody really cares about. You know, to 351 of them were just dumped in holes. I mean, I don't understand that. And maybe it's my mind kind of putting the picture to this, but you know, I just don't understand how you can just put somebody in a hole and not have a marker or any documentation that says where they're at. So yeah, I mean, we're talking 1850, so you know, what was going on back then? You know, I don't think they started documenting thing at the Poor Farm until like 1870 something. And those are vague. You know, and I'm not really sure they know exactly who these 49 markers are. There's only one stone in the whole cemetery, and you could see from a video I'm about to show you, that indicates a name, and it's George H. Miller. So yeah, I'm not really sure if they know the rest of these people. And you know, as an investigator, when you're asking questions, it's not like you know who that person is. So you know, you're calling them a number, or you know what I mean. So it's quite odd. But you know, you do your best to be respectful of the fact that it is a cemetery, and people are buried there. And yeah, you just have to approach it that way and be respectful, and you know, do your best to communicate with them without insulting them, I guess. But yeah, it's a little sad, it's a little disturbing when you go out there and you see a place in that condition. And you know, hopefully I can change that and show you another video of us doing that. So here's the rest of our time at the Poor Farm. So check out this video, you can kind of see us in action. Here you go. Over 400 people are dead out here. We're buried out here, and there's 49 markers. So where are all the rest of them? You know, somebody needs to come out here with like ground scanning radar and do these fields. I don't know. 84 degrees.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
Light it up. Get closer.
Hopefully George went on to a better place.
You think?
We're being put here.
Man, I hope every single one of them have.
Yeah, because this is really depressing.
It is.
And nobody even
Screwed
knows
up.
that they're here.
Nobody comes and visits because
Yeah,
they don't know they're here.
Yeah, they put a little flower.
We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
George, I'm going to give you one more shot. It's 85 degrees. George, flies landing on your spoon is probably not a good thing. So if you come in contact with this, George, let me know that you're here. George Miller. I hate to call you number 11, but I don't know who you are. So if you can let me know by lighting up that device, we could start some communication. We could figure out who you are. No, huh? Okay. Temperature's going up.
Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell.
There, George, I fixed your flower for you, buddy. Yeah, it looks pretty.
You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me.
Get a little closer to you. Can you hear me now? Kind of like the spring. great. I usually do like these sessions where I'll ask 3 questions and I play them back. I'll come back through there. It works great for that. If you don't want to talk to me, can you give me a sign to let me know that you're here? Can you make a noise or move something or... Can you light up one of my devices? If you can't move something or make a noise, then go by one of my devices. I'm leaning one against this stone right here. Did they really? Did you make the birds chirp? If you did, that's pretty cool. Seems to be one specific bird. Is that you making that bird chirp? I'm like, no. Alright, so you can't make birds chirp. You can't make noises. You can't go by my devices and light them up. And you can't talk to me. Can you make that bird stop chirping? We mean you no harm, no disrespect. You appear to be forgotten. So we've come here to visit you. Because we don't want you to be forgotten. And I don't know when the next time somebody's going to be here to visit with you. So you should establish some communication with me. But thank you for letting us visit. We appreciate it. We will visit you again soon. And we're going to try to come up with a plan to clean it up. Would you like that? I have to listen back to my audio. All right, your last chance. Let me know. All right, so we tried a spirit box session, set out our devices, and not sure if we got any responses. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes.
Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye, y'all. See you later. Can you get that bird to chirp one more time before we leave? That'd be kind of cool if you did that. Come on, just one more time. Thank God these ain't sticker bushes. We ran audio, so we'll have to review that, see what happens. And we set out the Mel, the K2, and we got nothing. And we did a spirit box session and heard a few things, but nothing that wanted to really communicate back and forth. So we'll check it out, see what happens. But it's just sad, place is overran and nobody seems to care about it, but the soccer field's cut, so I guess that's all that matters. You know, I don't understand why it's a big deal to clean up the joint. You know, once a year, at least once a year, get out there and just refresh everything. I don't get it. But anyway, signing off. Thank you all for watching this video. If you would share, like, subscribe. And that little bell thing, if you turn that little bell thing on, every time I download a video, you'll know it. So if you could do that, we would deeply appreciate it. Special thanks to our guests that came out and hung out with us, Christina and Jennifer. Can't wait to do it again with you. We had a good time. Hopefully I will send you an updated video with the cleanup of this cemetery. And thanks for watching. See ya.